Hello everyone. I think that my camera froze. I was trying to check, but I am freezing. I froze in um, sleepy face. Let me just check what can I do to make this work. I don't know. I think I have to update my OBS probably. But hello to everyone, to anybody that is there. I'm getting some messages from YouTube here. I really hope that this is not a problem for my connection, just my video camera. Let me see. Are you listening to me well? If anybody's there, can give me some feedback. Let me see. Hello. Uh, my camera froze and I'm trying to solve it. I don't know if it is my connection, if it is my video. Let me see. Yeah, I think for some reason my camera just turned off because it is even like um yeah, this problem with the sound, I have to figure out why this is happening. Yeah, I was going to delete the camera source, but I just realized that looking at my camera, the light that was supposed to tell me it is working, it it doesn't, it is not turning on. Let me check something here. Okay, my camera is working. You know what I just did? I opened photo booth and I to check if my camera was going to turn on, and it turned it on, and it turned it on OBS as well. So yeah, problem solved apparently. Like I was explaining on another live stream, uh, here in Brazil we call this saci digital. There is like this creature, like this goblin, that just mess up our stuff, and we will never know what happened. Um, First of all, I think I will find some music because I get a little anxious to talk to myself without listening to something on the background. Don't ask me why, it's just the way my brain works. Let me see. Yeah, the stream is chaos magic. Yeah, I think last week my desktop image just froze, and I was like showing a lot of stuff, and I looked at the streaming camera, it was on a place that like probably I must have been talking for 15 minutes with stuff that I was showing on screen, and it was like frozen. Let me see some lo-fi. Um, I have to pick something that is public domain. Mm. So, what are you guys working on today? I'm trying to find my one of the playlists that I use it lately, that I know this is free to use. Okay. Yeah. Seems that for some reason OBS also doesn't want to uh, capture my desktop sound. Yay! Yeah, okay. I restarted the capture. So, uh, some disclaimers for today. Yesterday, I was obviously playing TTRPGs and like we finished our session at 1 a.m. and I was only able to sleep at 2 a.m. because I was very excited about the stuff that happened in the game. I think you know what I mean. And probably I will lost some words in the process because I was in another meeting. So like it was really difficult to express myself and express some specific um, concepts. So I think it will happen here also. So be warned that my brain is a little bit wild today. Uh, yeah, after we played, we had a big discussion because we are playing now for like this campaign. I have been running it for 4 years, um, and like I think I was counting how many players we have over these years, and off stream we had I think 14 players, and I have done some like spin-offs of this main history that I'm writing with my friends, and it is, we have probably 4 more players. So a bunch of people played on this game, and like most of the players, I have one player that is playing for this 4 years, and the others are probably 3 years playing this, and one new player that is like started in a month play probably or less than that, and like we are on a place right now that like things that players did in the past is having are having a lot of repercussions. So they were like having this gigantic uh, recap of all the games. So it was like we had a session that was just the players talking to each other about what they are going to do in the near future, because the political um scenery, like, it is boiling, and probably everything will get on fire very soon. So was basically them talking about politics, and after that we were having a conversation about the game and what were our possibilities inside this new plot that I just dropped it on them. So yeah. And like we hang off the call, like, okay, I need to sleep. Tomorrow we are going to work, right? But yes, today we are going to work. So let's go to our work of the day. Change our camera. Okay, so we are working on the calibration. That is one of the books from Confluence TRPG. This is basically the guide to start playing. And we have some updates. One of these updates is that we are going to change our book size a little bit. It is currently 5.5 per 8.5 inches, and we are going to a 6. Not, I will not change this here. I will change this here. Let me set up 6 per 9 inches. This happened because we were evaluating some decisions that we made on the beginning of this process, and the Calibration was a book that was supposed to be it is, first of all, it is not a book, it is a zine. So it's a little magazine that is going to be an introduction, and we were imagining to put it inside of one of our mechanical books. That the mechanical books were supposed to be like, they are going to be like this 6 per 9 size. So they were going to go inside of it. So, but like, it is a bit chunkier than we first envisioned it. Like, we had a lot of feedback, and we implemented this feedback. That is amazing to have feedbacks from our players, and we realized that we need to, how can I say, to present the content in a different way, to be more clear and more easy to be the kind of book that you can go following step by step. So it is a little bigger than we first imagined it. And now that they are going to be outside of the mechanical books, we want to make a slipcase to put all of those books inside of the slipcase, and it would be better to have them all patronized with the same size. Yeah. Rafael was writing about this game And this particular game, that is this game is a changing the dreaming game, and like this is an old game, right? Especially because we are playing the second edition. Oops. So we have lots of stuff that um, the 20th anniversary um, addressed, but not all. I think that the Changeling the Lost addressed more issues that we have on this particular title than the Changeling 20-year anniversary. But as I didn't saw so many, it's not so many, but I didn't saw the changes that I wanted. I want to see some changes and I didn't see it on the game, so I was not interested in changing it. But one of the main problematics of this particular game is that it is very Eurocentric. This is a word in English. I don't know. It is now, but has a lot of how can I say that? The most of the uh, material they use it as inspiration is from Europe, and it is. What happened here? Let me just check here. Okay, I have two. Like, sorry, I was talking about something, but my brain like got lost on this strange stuff that is happening here on my parent pages. Um, just for you all to know, I am like, as I resize the pages, I will have to adjust a lot of the stuff that I have here. So yes, I was talking about changing it. And like I kinda use this um this European heritage as part of the antagonists, because like in Changeling the main antagonist is not like and the evil or a monster or something like this, but it is um, society in some way. It's the world. the, as I can say this, I don't know. Oh, it froze again. Thanks for mentioning. Why? You are doing this to me. I think it will work now. I will just. Let me see if it is working. Okay, it is working now. Yeah, I said last time this happened. I don't know if it is my OBS that needs some update, probably. And it is crazy about the game is that things are happening in a very organic way. Like, I'm not overthinking stuff. The problematics are presenting themselves as we play, and as other characters and NPCs are being added to it. So I was like thinking about a beach episode for the players, and we did an adventure that the players found an entire um, realm of changelings that were trapped inside a spell. Like, it was a spell to um, like a prison spell, but instead of making them like prisoners inside behind bars, it was creating this parallel universe where we have like these teenagers having fun at a party, in a beach, in a pool party. And hi, Rafa. I was talking about our game, or our changeling game. Um, and on this beach episode, they were able to rescue all of this court of changelings, and let me see if the oh yeah, the guides are not on the correct place. Let me go here. So they rescued this court of changelings that were like trapped for almost 30 years. And let's say that their their comeback into society has been a little problematic, because the leader of this group like was no it was it she is a queen, but we have a new king. And this new king established new rules, and following these rules means that she doesn't own a title. She doesn't own a title as queen, or even as a duchess or a countess. And she is getting a little pissed with it, because she needs to provide for her court, provide in a way that she needs to provide glamour to them, and she needs a magical space for this. And her sister had a freehold on this new kingdom, and she died, and she is asking for her heritage. But there is already another lord on this place. So everything is a bit difficult to handle. I will have to set up the margins again. Changing for this particular size, I think it will be beneficial to me because I will have more lateral space, and I think it will make my life easier in some aspects. But let us see. I was aligning like this, I think. Let me do something different. I think we need to move them up a little. Mm. Mm. I was talking on our last um, session that when I use a parent page on other parent pages, it can make my life easier. And like, I just had to adjust my first page so it is like adjusted on all the other pages that I use this parent page. So I don't have to do it in three different places. I just have to do it once. Oh, another thing that we have is that we have the final text. So I'm going to show you how I do the markup, how I work with markup actually. I think my camera is a little bit laggy, but I think okay. Yeah, we have right now on this particular project, we have three different page layouts or page grids. We have one with the full page, two columns, and one column plus a fake column. I don't know the name of this in English, but in Portuguese we call like this. That is like this here. Like we have. It is everything is it's not aligned because I changed the page size, okay? But I will fix this. Um, there's a question. When you develop the work, you do first for printing using facing pages, or you still using facing pages even if it's for PDF digital? Uh, Mostly I work with products that will have printed material. So I will always work with the printed version. And also, some of the printed stuff that we are going to release also for digital as well, we are going to make print-friendly documents. And usually the print-friendly documents, we do it as a booklet, or at least like in a way that can do 2 pages per page, printed page. I don't know if it's clear, but it's a way that you don't waste too much ink and you don't waste too much paper. So but like something that I was I was talking about this earlier. Um, each day that I'm working with books and graphic design and digital and printed material, I realized that sometimes we see accessibility as something that we have to do. We have to do this that will be for everyone. And I'm starting to think that we actually have to do lots of different ways to access the same content, because it is almost impossible to do one thing that will be consumed by everybody in a good way, in a comfortable way. So when we go, like, I will do this work that is printed, and that it will be also a PDF that will have accessibility. That the PDF, to have accessibility, we will have to, let's see, clean it up so the readers can see the text and read it in the right order, and read the images as well. We'll have to put alt text on everything. And also we are going to do an EPUB, and this EPUB, it will be a lot accessible also to different audiences. So, and you can change the format. Like an ebook is already a change of format. So if you think that the digital product have needs that the printed production will not be enough, it's better to do 2 different jobs. I was clear about this. But yeah, like lately I am, when I do, for example, I'm doing a layout for a playtesting. The last one that I made was for Rangers of a Broken World, and I did um like a digital PDF that I made like it was a printed material, because I did this PDF, and I also did a printed single page, a printed spread page, color and black and white. So black, not exactly black and white, but print friendly. So different stuff for different necessities. Okay, I was supposed to change this the margins a little bit. But let me know if you if I was clear in my explanation, because I think that it is I got beyond the question probably. There's been a lot of time that I didn't work with book layouts, and it's been a crazy moment that I'm trying to catch up again all the concepts to make my game. There is someone that has a lot of material about this, and specific about TTRPG. I'm trying to remember his name because I will not be able to search it. But let me just find the link for you. And I think that he is from Brazil, I think, but I mainly see his posts in English. But I followed him on Shitter. That is actually the best word that I learned this this week. People are starting to call Twitter Shitter, and I think it is really amazing. But I will not be able to search for it. But his material basically will explain some. He has some great information about graphic design concepts. So he will go from the basics to more complex topics like grid usage. I think he has some analysis on TTRPG books grids that are really awesome to see, because when you work mainly with this, you can see the grids that the graphic designer is using. But when you are starting to work with book layout, it is a bit difficult to see. So, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember his first name, but his second name is Constantine, so it will be pretty difficult to find it using Google, you know? And I think his website is something like TTRPG Explorers, but it's something also like difficult to find. Oh, I found it! I found something. Just a second. Explorers Design. I was almost correct. His name is Clay Nordestein, actually, not Constantine. I said that I just slept like probably 4 hours today, so please, I'm sorry. Clayton has amazing resources about graphic designs for TTRPG books. I really recommend you go there and check. He also have some like templates for TTRPG books. The ones I saw are more directed for like this medieval adventure D&D like, but I think you can, if they, I don't know the format they publish it, if it is like an InDesign file, but it's always great to get other people's files to see how they structure it, because most of the work with InDesign is knowing how to structure things and how to set up things. I really recommend Clayton. So I made the margins a bit different here, but I think I will make it smaller because we normally have a comfortable number of words that we can have on a single line of text that is comfortable for our uh, reading process. Like the reading process basically being reading the line and your eyes have to go back to the other line. I don't know if you probably had some of this experience in like I'm reading this book and there are many times that my eyes will not go to the next line, will go to the same line or to the line below. Uh, so we don't want this to happen, and we normally do this making the size of the text line within I think it's 8 words. I normally go by eye. Like I see this in a too many, and I go. Let me see. Eh, it is a little big. Yeah. So I normally don't like to work with this kind of too long line of text. So I will make the this space between the page elements and the text a little bit wider, even because I think it is really close right here. No, I need to see. Uh-huh. Outside margins. InDesign has a way to like adjust everything as you change the margins. That if you click here in the adjust layout, it will like adjust everything in the process, but I don't like it very much because sometimes it mess up with a lot of alignments that I have done. As this book is not finished, if it was a finished book, I would probably do this to be a little bit quicker, but as this is just I'm working on the design right now. I will just it's not so smaller than I expected. But I will leave like this, and I will print a layout test. It's always good to see it printed to check. I don't think I will use a full column here. Like layouting is making rules to be broken. Don't do a ugly page just because you have to follow your own rules. It doesn't make sense. So if I see something that I think that I have to break my own rules, I will break it. You just need to know how to break it, because sometimes I think I will change it again, but I will also add some inside space and also outside. Oops. Okay. It is a really, I have a really huge feeling that this list here, I'm gonna put some of the game materials. As soon as I have all of them, I will probably add some thumbnails of them. Okay. Yeah, I change it again. I will, I will change until my eyes like, okay, this feels comfortable. Okay, now we'll go to the two columns. The two columns are actually going to be better in a wider uh, space, but let me just make I will add one page here just because I want to see this over um oh no, let me, I'm gonna have to be like always taking a look. Like, I received a message from YouTube saying that my connection is a little bit strange, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it should not have warned me again. But okay, things are back to let me add this juggle column here. I will not make this space for the text too different from one layout to the other. Like, I will have probably the same inside space. Take a look. Yeah, I had to restart the desktop camera. Let me take a look here and make something. I think this was the inside. No, I was 1 inch outside. check here on the one column layout. 1 inch, 6. Oops, 68, 68. I think this one was a little smaller. Yeah. Okay, let me see. I think maybe I will make it different just on the outside margins. I was also thinking that I could change the font that I'm using on this kind of list, because this 2-column layout is basically for lists, as I can like make them all fit in one page, so we have a better experience while we consult some information that is like needs to be all in one space so you can look at all of them. And this, let me see here. Let's do a quick test. I can do another paragraph style that will be like 2-column list. I think I will abbreviate it to C, because it will be better to see on the paragraph list. And we can use something like condensed. I don't think I will just zoom a little bit here just so you can see. Artegra condensed is a little smaller than the other font that I am using for the text, so I think I will make a dot bigger. It is almost the same X height for the fonts. The X height is like this, like the height of a letter, small caps letter. So it is pretty close to each other. You can like do this. Let me see here. Yeah, it's even a little bigger, but I don't think that this very, very little millimeters will do any difference to our eyes. I will apply this here. I will do a sub list as well. To see sub list, and I can use also Artegra condensed. I'm thinking if I should make the space between lines a little bit smaller, but no. Maybe I'm going to be able to make both of these lists in one page, like this, but I have to the sublist is a bit smaller. It's different size. Let me adjust this a little bit. There's an extra line here. Let me see if it... Oh, almost. That is why I think that I could like do something like this. Because I'm really considering using a line to divide those columns, because as we are working without just five text, and we tried last on our last design stream and it doesn't help us, maybe adding a really thin color line. Maybe I could use this color that Shen used here on the paper. Let's see. I think it is. This is 80%. I will also that story widow at the theme is a difficult one to arrange. I'm always struggling with heights between columns and widows. You say this one here with the... Oh, that one here. Yeah, like this kind of stuff of widows in the paragraphs. I'm not dealing with them right now because this is not the final text, but soon I will add the final text here. But like, I think even working with not just final text, sometimes it helps you to handle this. Like you will always have to do this kind of minor adjustment that is basically making things retract and expand between like the... I see the names in English because I normally... The tracking, I will usually work within +20 or -20. More than that, the font starts to get a little bit deformed, because you are like squishing the letters, not squishing the letters, but squishing the spaces between the letters too much. So I normally do this, and when I really need to make something fit, I will edit this horizontal scale. There is basically... this is squishing letters. But if you stay between 4%, it is really difficult to the eyes of the reader to catch this. Like, we have to be really skilled to see this. So like here I can try to make it, and like, let me see if I'm going to pull this. I think it's not going to work because occurrences is a little very big word. Sometimes when you are working with um, texts that are just aligned to the left, not justified, you can um, activate the hyphenation. Like here, when okay, let's go to the beginning. When I work with texts that are not justified, I don't use hyphenation because it doesn't help you to read it. It actually make things worse to read. So you can break this rule sometimes. So you can like here. Let me see if it will work. I don't know, but you can go with the nation and you can activate it. You can like summarize some stuff. Like if you want to see things breaking more, breaking less, I would just apply it here and like this. It's not something that it will be all over the book, but it's something that will eventually help you. I like this. No, I don't. But sometimes it is the best option. Like I can try to pull a little bit more. Okay, this one I am a little bit more comfortable because like just two letters on the top and the rest on the bottom, the other line, it is really unnerving. So the main idea here is that I'm going to trick you to not trick your perception doing very little bitty tiny adjustments that will make stuff seem a little less actually messy, because when we see these little lines hanging over it, the text gets a little messy, and make it a little bit more comfortable also. Let me see if I have to, yeah, on this one here it didn't work, so I can also try to work this one. I think it will work better if I push the, oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, I was thinking that if I put a +20 here, it would make some letter drop. Oh, and we have another resource. Yeah, the struggle is real. We have another resource. When you are not working with justified text, you have some other things you can do. Like, people don't see where this invisible line, but really visible to us. They don't see where this line is actually finishing. So sometimes like here we have this 2 and this R just hanging here. You can like do a shift enter to make a hard how can I say this? I don't know the name in English, but you know. You can like just push stuff to the other line. If you see this, you are going to say, oh no, there is an enter here. No, we don't have this. You can't see this. And like if you want to make the lines more aligned in here, I just realized that I didn't put space before these titles, and I have to put some here. Let me just edit this H3. Where is it? Yeah, like I don't like to. Oh, I will read what I am reading here. Sometimes I break myself and spread the last line letters to fit, but sometimes gets ugly. I don't like to select just a little bit of the lines of the paragraph to do something like this, because the comparison between the lines that you handle, that you do, that yeah, well, your stuff, and the lines that you didn't, will be like really, really, really close to each other. So it will be a lot like easier to see these little tricks that we are trying to do here. And like when you have the, how can I say this? The more space that we will have to add these little spaces, like because you are multiplying this. Like if I add 1 millimeter between each word, let's just use this as a thing. If I add 1 millimeter between each word, it will be like easier to make what I want if I have more words than if I have lesser words, because it is always multiplying. So if I have, sometimes I will have like bigger um bigger paragraphs like this one. It will be a place that will always help me to adjust the text for more or for less. Like here, for example, exactly on this paragraph, I was able like to gain a line, a line of text, or exclude a line of text. So I don't like very much to just use the last ones, because especially when you are working with columns, it will be harder and it will be more perceptive. Uh, I was going to do something and I completely forgot because I was doing this here. I was adding some space between this. So I'm going to add some space before. I think it is enough. Um, yeah, I and this is something that the more you consume the product that you work with, the more you will see this kind of stuff happening. That, like, I remember that I saw this in a lot of the World of Darkness books. Like in the last couple of lines, the text was stretched out to the worst they could do, and you can see it. It's right there. So I was almost like getting this stuff done here, but as I said, this phase is just to set up the layout, so we don't actually need to adjust this. I'm just um, I'm just going to adjust this parent pages, and as I do this, I will add the final content so we can like really lay out. And lots of the stuff that I'm saying here about, oh, I normally use plus 20 or minus 20 for the tracking, etc., etc. Uh, this is my like default rule. We have some different letter shapes and some of them will work better or worse between this range. So I have worked with some typographies that I could do plus minus 30 and it was really fine. So uh, it will be always case by case. So I will always recommend test it, see if it works. Print it if you are not so sure of it. um, that is changing my. Oh no! Wait, it should be changing. I really love. I'm really in love that you use a lot of one column, because two columns that are pretty common in RPG makes me really tired. Actually, it will always depend on the book size. This book size that we are working here is like this one. It is not like a big TTRPG book. Uh, Let me get one that is normally the kind of books that we have here in Brazil. We have like this size of book. I will show you the difference. You know? So this book here, it will be beneficial if you work with two columns, especially because what I was talking earlier. Let me just turn on my lights because it is pretty dark in here. It will be very beneficial because the what I was talking before, many words in a letter will make it difficult for you to make this process of going to the end of the line and getting to the start of the next one. Especially when you work with smaller fonts like this, the Avatar book don't have a big text fonts. It is a comfortable one for me. It will not be for everybody, but for me, it's a comfortable font size. But imagine that you would have to do like one full column. The Atlas, for example, let me see if I have some printed, because if I open the Atlas on this computer right now, I think that OBS will like just drop me. Yeah, I have some pages. Um, so the Atlas, that is another book from the Confluence collection. We work with two columns. It is inverted, but it is like it is possible to see it. Let me do something here. Yeah, now you can see this better. Like, it is a different concept. This book from the calibration one that we are working with, but I also do some kind of variation between number of columns, and like we can have something like this. Let me see. Okay, that we have one column here and one space here that we can fill with images or footnotes. Let me see one that have footnotes. Yeah, here, like this one. You see? We have a column here and a footnote that goes over here. I normally prefer footnotes that will be on the side of the text instead of the bottom. So we will have something that will be a little bit more comfortable to read. but will not take all over the page, you know? So it will really depend on the book size or the book format. If you are going to use 2 columns, 3 columns, 1 column. Like for example, for books like the Avatar book, if you have a big list of lexicon, sometimes it is better to use a 3 column, so you can have like a bunch of these concepts and words in one place, and you can find it easier. But for this format that we are working today, 1 column is the best one. With this kind of, you have to use a wider, like, I don't know, you have to adjust the margin so the lines don't get too long, and we can also do 2 columns in particular cases that will help us. Like, the idea is to use things that will help us to read the book and also help us to make the layout process better and more flexible, especially flexible, because the process of sending it back to, like, oh, please make this text a little bit bigger or make this text a little bit shorter. This is a process that we will always avoid, because it's not a process that someone is going to, oh, okay, no, it's not so simple. But someone that knows about this content will have to, like, do this. Sometimes another person has to review the edits. So we as layout artists, we will always try to avoid this kind of thing. um Let me see. um Small sizes, love is easier to hold and read, at least for me. I also agree with you. um I always prefer these smaller formats, even to read, because you can, like, hold it more comfortable, or to carry with you. So I also love these smaller sizes, and I'm really glad that a lot of TTRPG companies are starting to work with it. Let me just adjust this. This one is correct. This one is correct. Okay, I need to edit this one. Margins. I have to make this smaller. I think I will make this a little bit. No, what is this line? So I will take it out. Mm. Thank you. Yeah. I think the idea of massive text is really aligned with the layout, because we can give the impression of massive text and lighter text with the layout that we are making. So we can like help contents that we see that's like, okay, there is a, a bit of a heavy lift to the reader. Let's make it seem a little bit lighter. So adding some white spaces and adding some images, that is, it is something that the new World of Darkness books have been working with a lot in all of the books collection, even if the book it is a big chunk. But when we read it, we don't have this feeling that it it is so massive, you know. I don't know if it is for everyone, but at least when I first saw the books, I had this feeling that when you get like, don't know, werewolf, uh, the older editions, it is a bit scary sometimes. I think I will change the space on the top. I think it is really small right now. And I will make the space on the bottom a little bit bigger. Let's see if I have something that goes from the top to the bottom. Doesn't seem to me that it changed everywhere. I don't know why, but this page is not working as it should. Okay, now it is working as it should. Oh yeah, the two column, I'm going to make the outside margin a bit smaller, just because I want this space I don't know if I like the line between the columns. I really don't know if I like this. I will just leave it here for now. Let me just add some, as we say in Portuguese, some frufrus. Some frufrus. I think I'm gonna use a color here. Let's try the orange color. And I think I will make it a little bit, one dot, half a dot. Yeah, I'm not completely sold on this. Maybe changing the ends. Hmm. Yeah, I think the problem here is that we have too much happening on this page. I will leave it as it is. Um, uh, oh no, no, no. This page is using the wrong uh, parent page. Yeah. Okay. So as we have most of it um, more established, I think I will bring the final text. I'm just like erasing some stuff that were like on the sides of my artboard. I will delete this. I will delete this. I will add here. I will left in basic paragraph and none. Just because when we are going to place the new text, it is better that it came without anything from InDesign applied. I will delete this one as well, just so I don't use an older text. Okay, now I'm gonna bring the final text here. File, place. You just find it here. Yeah, nice. Um, First of all, I think I'm going to clean some files that were that came with the Word document. We don't need them. Let me see here. Yeah, I will delete this as well. Sometimes you can, like, if you don't want to mark up, you can like use the paragraph styles from Word or uh, from Drive, and you just need to like, oh, okay, I have this heading tool here. I will delete it and substitute by my H2 that I set up here on InDesign. You can do this automatically as well. Like there is some import options that you already say like, okay, this character style, no, this paragraph style that will be on the text, you can substitute by my paragraph style that I created, this name, so it do this automatically. But uh, this is a little bit tricky for the character styles, so normally it's better if we mark up everything. Um, so I will delete this. Where is this? Okay. Now, what we do is this. I have here um, a search for the markups. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change here the information. Like for each one, we have 1/1. We don't need the /1 normally, but as we have here, I'm going to make the making design search for it, and I will say to him that I'm using him because like whatever's. But I'm going to say that I want that to apply H1 style here. Let me see if it will work. Hopefully it is. So it already changed all instances that this is set. Let me, before I do this, let me just do something because I think it is a little bit, okay, now I can see stuff. Ha! Nice. Okay. And like, if I know that we have another, like we have H2, I will like find change all. If we have an H3 style, we can go here and change all. I think there are some stuff here. Oh no, I'm doing everything wrong. Forget it. I just I just forgot some tiny little bit of a setup that I need to tell the program that I want this style to be applied. Okay, now it is going to be nice. Let's go to our H3 again, because my brain is crazy today. Oof. Okay. H3, find, change all. I don't know why this is happening here, but we are going to check it later. Seems to me that some stuff were, let me just take a look here. Some stuff were markup with I don't know why, but it is like picking other stuff that is not marked up, you know. I will do something different as it is not working well. I'm going to find the initial markup. Let me see if it will work. I will find for this. Yeah, InDesign does this kind of stuff. I learned this kind of conversion of styles from Word for styles from InDesign when working with materials for learning books. Normally, to make the process faster, what they do is that they they have all styles that the graphic designer already have done inside InDesign. They will have it inside the Word documents. Like if you have H1, H1, they also have with the same names. When you have with the same exactly name, you don't even have to set up anything. You just have to place it, and design will see like, it is the same name. Okay, I will like use mine, and it is already like totally styled with the design that you made. So like working with learning books uh, gave me a lot of scars, but it teaches me it teaches me a lot. But I don't recommend working with learning books. Yeah. Yeah, being more like making stuff automatic is something that it is really useful for us that work with it. Let me see if it will work first. Oops. No. Okay, now it worked. Um, that will help us a lot. Like when I was living in São Paulo, I did a workshop that was basically like, I think the title of the workshop is like work faster and go home earlier. And it was basically a workshop to teach you how to use scripts and some, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of this stuff. Is, oh no, I think I almost froze. Yeah, I think I froze a bit. My desktop is running, my camera not so much. Let me just restart my camera here. And I think I will have to restart the same way I did before, opening photo booth. Come on. Oh no. Why are you doing this to me? I will take this camera off and I will add another one. But as the topic of being agile, and there are things that I don't like to run just because it is not good for me. Like sometimes doing things really fast makes me uh, start to like makes me be more with this feeling of anxiety, you know. So there are some stuff there. Okay, now I'm back. I have some stuff that I don't like to do fast and agile and stuff like this. But there are the stuff that is massive and I will get really tired. So this is the kind of stuff that we need to focus to uh, make the work faster, you know? Like it cannot be just to agile to make more money. Because yeah, there are some pieces that I enjoy to do like in my own speed. As I did this right here, I have to find the tags and delete it. Okay, I will delete the two also. I thought that I already have done this. I'm trying to figure out why it was getting other content. I really don't know what was happening, but this is working, so I'm going to do like this. I will find, oops, no, I don't have to find anything. I just have to change it to H3. I think it worked. I really don't know what was happening. Okay, I realize what happened. I will do something that I normally don't do, but now that I realize what it is, you can see that we have lots of this kind of um, signs. This means that someone like give a shift enter here, and when we do a shift enter, what happens? You are using, like, you don't break the paragraph, you just break the line. But here it should be a break of paragraph. I'm going to do a search in all documents. Sometimes, depending on the client that you are working with, you know how the process works. So, like, some clients will give you text that use like tabs to make the paragraph entries, and like you have to clean it. So you can like clean it like doing this find and delete it. So I'm going to like here forced line break, and I don't put anything here, so I can I have to put something here actually. Yeah, it will change here, but this is just a little mock-up. I actually have to change this to a paragraph, an end of paragraph. So like, you can do something like this. We can change all. Nice. So we changed all forced line paragraphs into real paragraphs now. Another thing that is good to do is to, like here, for example, when we do paragraph styles on InDesign, we normally set up the spaces we want before the paragraph and after the paragraph. So right here, just a second, my camera is like in a way that is taking my attention. I have to flip it. Okay. I was like, there is something strange here. I didn't flip it. Oops. Ok, now I can continue. So as we do spaces after, etc., we can search for double end paragraphs that are basically here on where we have check mark. They will find like this paragraph and this paragraph, and it will change for one paragraph. So you just have to change it all, and it will get these extra spaces of the document. Sometimes it's good to pass it more than one time, because sometimes like, oh, I want to pass this to the next page, and instead of just pressing return, it goes to enter, and it will enter until it gets to the end of the page. So like we'll find other, probably we will not find another one. Oh, we find another one. Okay, this is not something that I even consider ever. It's just the way people work. It's different between place to place. Like, I don't need this kind of stuff to for the layout, so I already like take all of them out. I just realized that I didn't use the correct style, but whatever. I will fix this. I'm also almost finishing my time here. So H3, I have to find here H3. Okay, just have to delete it. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the company. See you. So basically, yeah, the idea. I will like search and find. I forgot to change the main text, the body text, but I can do this. I will just make something here. Okay, I think I can do this easily. Like, I will find this Minion Pro, and I will change the style. Like, I can just find format, and like in find format, you can like find whatever you need, and I'll just say, where you see Minion Pro applied, I want you to change the paragraph style to my body text style. So change all. Text. Let me see if it changed everything. Yes, it did. And I start going to specifics. Like, lists are normally like to do it by hand, but here I have this EM that is emphasis, I think. Yeah, I think so. And this is Let me see if it will work properly. Oops. EM. EM. And I will change to character style this time. I didn't do the EM style. I will make it. Let me see. I will not place a font family for this, but I will place a font style. I will set it as bold and name it M. Okay. So can we say change all? Yeah, it worked. I don't know why it didn't work on the other stuff. Okay. And I will start like to do this to go through the document. We have this box here, but I will leave it as it is because the boxes I am going to transform this in side boxes. We will see, or side notes in a way. This PG symbol, I think it is the symbol of each one of the books. Let's see what else. This kind of list here, we can do like this, like st/st, but we can also use like, I normally use EH, or at least people that do markup for me. What EH symbolizes that the first word until the two dots, it will have some kind of highlight, and we can do something that will make exactly what we want. Let me see if I did this here. I don't see it, so let's make one. I will call it EH. And I have to make a nested style, and I will say that I want this new style that is bold, and I think I will add some color. I like to add colors to this kind of I think I will put this purple here and 100%, and I will also call it EH. Don't forget to name your stuff, because after you are not going to remember. So it applies the style, but as sometimes we will have more than one word here, I think we have just one word for most of them. But if we have some term that is two words or more, it's better that we say that I don't know, it's through or up to, but I think it's up to, and you say that it is this character here. Let me see if I find something that has, like here, group sheet. Okay, yeah. It's not up to, it's through, because it is not applying the style to the two dots. So I just have to change this. Yeah. And now the two dots is also using this style. will just apply this here. I was initially using the list with the different font style on this, but I will apply this for now. Here we have another box. We have H4. I don't know if I did in H4. No, I didn't. So let me see my H3. Oops. My H3 is this. I think we can do an H4 like some kind of like a bullet. I will make this based on H3. H4. I will take off the paragraph shading. I will also, let me see the size of it. It's already 10 points. I don't want to make it smaller, so I'm going to use medium. I'm going to align it to the left here, and I'm going to add a bullet, but I wanted this bullet to be something more like marking. Let me see if I find something. On InDesign, you can use anything as a bullet. Like, for example, here we have some little glyphs that we can use. So you can see that I can use a square, like this kind of square, this empty square and fillet square is very good for checklists and things like this that you have actually to check. These arrows are also good. I think I want something more alien in a way. You can go to fonts that are literally a set of glyphs like this. And you can download fonts that have like different glyphs, and you can, oh yeah, this. I was using this little star on previous design idea for this book, and I think I will use this here as well because it's cute. It has this starry vibe to it, like here. And you can also set up everything on it, so you can create a style. I will say that is the bullet H4. And like you can make it bigger. The only thing that I don't like on InDesign is that when you are inside a paragraph style and you want to do a character style, it will like it will not show you what you are doing. So normally I will do stuff that I think that will work. So I will make the size bigger. I want a character color to call for attention here, so I'll use this one. I don't know if it will work. 100% here, and okay. I wish that's little. Oh no! I just hope that it doesn't make me lose my work from today. I don't know why this is happening. Normally, InDesign has a makeover file, and I hope Google Drive doesn't mess up my makeover file. But once you do something, it is really quick for you to like redo this, especially because most of the graphic design work is like, I'm going to test this. Oh, it doesn't work. And I'm going to test this. Doesn't work. And it when it works, you already know where to go. Oh, I'll just let me see if I will lose everything that I did today. Please, 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 don't do this to me. Yeah, you are seeing this live, you know? As Nana said, the struggle is real. While I wait InDesign to restart, I will like ask you to consider help our project, help Confluence, be something real. Uh, we have here on the, oops, we have here a link to the Presave on Backerkit. The link is on the description below as well. So go there and sign to receive the email when we start our crowdfunding. We also have a Ko-fi and a Patreon that we will have access to lots of contents specific for the users that sign the tiers. And that's it. Consider helping Confluence. And like, helping is not just with money, but if you are on a social media and you can follow us and reshare what we post, it helps us a lot to spread the word, like get other people to know our project, and I hope soon play our game. Fortunately, the calibration is okay. I just lost like the setting that I was doing for the H4, but I will save it before something happens again, and I will end it now because like I have been working on this for 2 hours and I have to like step aside a little bit and rest my eyes a bit. But I think that the layout is almost ready to go. I will probably do one more live stream probably. I want you to see like the actual layout process, because like I just started now. You saw like this initial preparation. I think I will like do the styling off stream, and after that we are going like to set up the pages as we think it will work best, because on the layout process it will be a good place to improve the learning process of the game. The calibration is basically about teaching how to start. So it is very it has a lot of this learning book vibe that I worked so much on my life. So I hope to see you next week, same time, same date, and same day. And yeah, I'm already. I think I'm a little bit tired. But see you next week. Bye bye.